With my briefcase in hand and shoulders set against the morning frost, I arrived at the courthouse early. The marble under my polished shoes, cold and resolute, seemed cooler than usual, but I maintained a neutral expression, showing no signs of excitement, no hint of victory. The air inside the quiet hallways smelled of old paper and polished wood, a somber memory. I saw familiar faces, court clerks, bailiffs, and my lawyer, Marcus. This place, a cathedral of truth and consequence, was calm. Everyone engrossed in their peaceful routines. And yet, nothing in their demeanor revealed the storm building inside my chest. I had checked all of the documents with Marcus the previous evening, leaving no room for error. He was quiet and rarely showed emotion, a shield that made opponents uneasy. With precision, he had pressed the fine language of the prenuptial pact into motion like a scalpel. He froze our joint accounts, transferred my assets to a trust, and acquired the paternity test results weeks ago. No ambush would occur. Every tactical action had been executed with exacting care. Still, the weight of what was about to happen hung over me like iron. The doors of the courtroom opened. I sat down at the plaintiff's table, straightened my tie, and placed the sheath of papers before me as silence descended. The table across from Camilla Rose was noticeably empty. I glanced at Marcus. His curt nod was dependable, competent, unflappable. Then the door flung open once more. Camilla arrived, stylishly late. Her white dress caught every glint of light, standing out against the muted palette of the courtroom. In her arms, she held a small bundle, as if presenting the judge with a priceless gift. Perhaps she believed that courtroom etiquette required quiet respect. But whispers echoed through the room as people noticed the infant, swaddled in gentle neutrals. Jace, the child she claimed was mine. A round, inquisitive face peeked from beneath a bonnet. His small fingertips brushed his mother's collar as he cooed, unaware of the room's tension. For a fleeting moment, the courtroom felt less like a legal battleground and more like a bizarre family portrait. Mother, child, judge, gathered before a congregation of godparents. Judge Harold Keene, a commanding presence, looked at Camilla over the rim of his low-slung spectacles. His sharp features flickered with brief astonishment before he returned to his seat. "Ms. Rao," he said firmly, "we are here for the final hearing on your petition." No acknowledgement of the infant, yet his gaze lingered just long enough. A reminder to us all. This child was the unexpected variable. Camilla calmly rehearsed a smile and placed Jace beside her in a tiny car seat. Then, with the poise of a seasoned performer, Mallory Vicks, her lawyer, rose. Her tone was confident, dramatic. She flourished her notes like a curtain call, announcing herself with the rustle of paper. She played her role well, the loving mother, wronged by her ex-husband's icy disregard. She spoke of Jace's sleepless nights, hurried diaper changes, the financial strain of being a single mother. She emphasized the need for stable childcare and health care, every word pointing toward her proposed support plan. The child was her final point. A visual anchor she believed would sway the court. Marcus, composed as ever, quietly closed his laptop. He stood, offering only a calm update to the record. The prenuptial agreement had been executed 3 weeks before Camilla's paternity allegation. Full disclosure. Assets divided, obligations settled, and then he presented the sealed paternity test results. The courtroom murmured as the envelope passed from Marcus to the bailiff. And then to the judge. Mallory coughed, masking her cracking composure. Judge Keene opened the envelope, adjusted his glasses, and examined the contents in silence. Camilla's jaw tensed. Her lips twitched as Jace stirred, whimpering softly, the sound carrying through the tense stillness. "Ms. Rowe," Judge Keene asked, "is this child yours?" Her eyes darted to mine, searching for something. Old comfort? A flicker of empathy? I gave none. My posture remained relaxed, my expression unreadable. Her lawyer whispered urgently. "Yes, Your Honor," Camilla finally said. The judge replied, "This is your son with Mr. Rowe?" She hesitated, then nodded. "Yes, Your Honor." His tone remained composed, but his words dropped like lead. The DNA analysis, certified by an accredited laboratory, proves the plaintiff is not the biological father of this child. He held up the report. "Counsel, do you contest the document's authenticity?" Camilla remained silent. Mallory opened her mouth, searching for a rebuttal. None came. The judge turned the pages, noting conception timelines, clinic notes, notarized hospital records. "I see no contest," he stated, shifting the courtroom's tone. He closed the folder with a quiet thud. Given the valid prenuptial agreement and the refutation of paternity, this court rules in favor of the plaintiff on all grounds, including support and property division. Camilla stared at Jace. His little hands clenched and unclenched, his voice rising in mild protest. She looked at him, perhaps truly seeing him for the first time. A helpless child, no shield, no silver bullet. Pulled into a war he never chose. Stood to collect my papers. My heart pounded beneath my ribs, but my face remained still. No gloating, no sneer. This was not joy. This was relief. Truth had won. As I walked past her table, our eyes met. She looked like someone I no longer knew, once loved, now lost to her own deception. Outside, reporters and cameras swarmed. Camilla rushed away with Jace in her arms. Mallory offered a quick statement. Marcus clapped my shoulder as I stepped into the sunlight. "It's over," he said. The air tasted like freedom. For the first time, I gave myself a small nod. No celebration, no parade, only clarity. She had once said I would humiliate her in court, but I had only come to speak the truth. As I rounded the corner, the courthouse faded behind me, and in its place, a single echo remained. "Are you the father?" I remembered my answer. "No, Your Honor, I am not." That one moment stripped away her illusion. She had brought a child to court, hoping to weaponize innocence. But one question, one truth, was all it took.